Check 1 2 1 2. All right, we're black in the building. Here we go. It's Professor Griff for Sirius Mindz. All right. All right, don't tell me this thing filled up that quick. Damn. Anyway, in the meantime, it's Professor Griff for Sirius Mindz, seriously. All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. Tag. All right. All right. Peace. Hotep Shalom. What's good? What's poppin'? Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Barigani, Alafia. Whatever greeting you go by. All right. Can you do me a favor, sir? Can you turn the other light on? I'm looking rather... I really appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. This is Professor Griff, as y'all already should know. And this is Sirius Mindz. All right. Trying to step the platform up to make it look like something, a little something. Doing some different things each and every day to improve the platform. Just to let everybody know, I got thrown a curveball, as I informed 16, couldn't inform Shane because he was at work. I got thrown a curveball by YouTube today, and they locked me out of the account, and they changed the URL. So you might want to write this new URL down. It's Sirius Mindz. Pardon me. It's youtube.com/ the letter C / Sirius Mindz RNTV. All right. Yeah. Go figure. So it's Sirius Mindz RNTV. R, capital R, lowercase n, capital T, lowercase v, RNTV. All right. In order to get a custom URL from YouTube, they had me change it because following the instructions of Miss 16, went into a different kind of account. What account was that? 16. Yeah, 16. You forgot the RNTV on the end. They wouldn't even let me in the account when I put that in. When I just put Sirius Mindz. We changed it from what account to what account. Remember we was going through that process? Not a corporate account, not a business account. Brand, right? The brand account. So in order to get a brand account URL, right? Exactly, brand account. So when I went to that after they locked me out of the account, I went to go back today, and they made me change the custom URL. Their excuse was someone else may have the same URL, so you might add some letters onto it in order for us to activate your blah 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 blah. What you gonna say? You gonna stick your chest out like no? So the link that you put in the chat is updated without the RNTV on it. They wouldn't let me in without RNTV at the end. But anyway, we here. Alright? We're here. So I want to thank everybody for being here with us. And we got 16 on the moderating. On deck, of course. Like the little Wizard of Oz dude behind the curtains pulling the levers. We got Shane Shakur. Alright. On deck. Alright. And thank everyone. Thank all of y'all for coming through. Really appreciate y'all. Alright. Really appreciate it. Alright, tonight's show we're going to be talking about Caucasian Panthers. Yep, white Panthers, Caucasian Panthers, radical, not radical right, not radical left, but the Caucasian Panthers. Alright, I'm going to let y'all Marinate on that for a minute. Masterpiece said, who's a masterpiece? It ain't my fault. Who was that? Silk the Shocker. One of them. It's like, oh, okay. Anyway, so here we are. Let's get the URL right so we can kind of meet here and take care of business. All right. I want to thank all the supporters here on the Sirius Mindz platform. Everyone that support the platform, known and unknown. Really appreciate that. The platform is definitely supported by the people, all of the people. All right. However people support. Some people I just know by names on here. I don't know people. Like, I haven't met the majority of y'all. So I don't know if you're white, black, Greek, Christian, Muslim, Jew, Gentile. I don't know. I'm treating people like people. You understand what I'm saying? Thanks for the support. All right. Those of y'all that are supported financially, I really appreciate that. You can hit the Cash App, of course, $ Professor Griff, if you want to donate to the cause. All right. Now 16. What I was explaining to you earlier. Oh, I meant to bring up a flyer so I can show you. Can you put up the flyer of mic check 1 2 1 2? What I was trying to say earlier, 16, is all of the material that I put out already and that's being produced right now with that URL on it. If that URL don't work, that means I have to change it. That would have meant all of the places that I put the flyer up, the poster for the mic check and other things is no good anymore. That's why I was saying the money went down the drain. All right. That's what I was saying. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't like wasting money, and I don't like other people wasting money. I don't like other people wasting other people's money. I definitely don't like other people wasting my money. So, maybe we'll test it after we get off of here and see if the link still works. All right. So yeah. So we're gonna talk about white Panthers tonight. Caucasian Panthers. Takara, how you doing? Peace, Queen. You good? Alright. We're gonna be talking about white Caucasians tonight. That are Panthers. So the Caucasian Panthers. All right, so what I want everyone, let me finish this. You can donate by hitting the $ Professor Griff. That's the Cash App. Just let me know. I know y'all like, damn, Griff, come on, bro. White Panthers, like, yeah. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give y'all the article to go to, and I'm gonna let y'all check out. I'm gonna let y'all check out the article. All right. Y'all can check out the article. Y'all can kind of go there, read it along with me. Read it for yourself, whatever. But if you want to donate to the Sirius Mindz platform, just simply hit the $ Professor Griff. Just hit the Cash App, $ Professor Griff, or go to PayPal at www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corp. Or just go to the website www.professorgriff.me and hit donate. All right, if you're right here on the Super Chat on YouTube platform, which is the Sirius Mindz YouTube platform, since you're already here, you can just click the $ and make it happen, which is the Super Chat. All right, this platform and everyone that's supported about the business of raising the vibrational pitch of our people's thinking into the mind of the Creator and the Co-Creator. We're standing on the shoulders of the ancestors and we're kneeling at the feet of the elders. All right, with that said, we have to let people know that, of course, small minds discuss people, average minds discuss events, and great minds discuss ideas. All right, let's synthesize all of those three together and let's have this discussion about the Caucasian Panthers. All right, rednecks armed and ready, and about that anti-racist life. Right here on Sirius Mindz with your host, Professor Griff. All right, really appreciate everyone yesterday for tuning in to the mic check 1 2 1 2. And if you are an artist, all right, if you're an artist and you submitted your song and I didn't get to it, I'll definitely get it. I'll get around to it next week. There was only one artist I think we left out. All right, but anyway, thank you for submitting your songs. Mic check 1 2 1 2 is just simply you submit your songs, we review it. There's a panel of industry heads, professionals, all right, and of course the people review the songs and we give you some feedback. But let's dive into the subject after this brief announcement. All right, so it's peace and love. It says hopefully you will enjoy the box of fruit. Blah 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 blah. So what they're ready to do is a beautiful detox, but it's a soursop detox that the brother want to do. So it's the 7-day. It's the hashtag 7-day soursop detox. It's very simple. Before 12 noon each day, you'll drink soursop tea and eat soursop fruit only. All right, then it goes into the benefits of why we're going to do that to detox. It says because the first thing you should have in the AM is tea to wash out mucus from your colon and digestive system. All right, 4 a.m. to 12 noon is the elimination period. Wow, that's critical. I know that the digestive system kind of starts as soon as you eat food, but it kicks in 10. So by the time 4 a.m. roll around, you shouldn't be eating nothing. Some people be leaving the club at that daggone time, going to the Waffle House or the Waffle House. All right. So soursop ready, windsoft, red dragon fruit ready to eat, lychee ready to eat, and some other fruits, mango and some other fruits. All right. All right, Mr. Scott, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right. For every fruit that is sold, a percentage goes to the DR Congo to support the orphan children with food, school supplies, fees, medical bills, and general stuff that they need. So we would appreciate it if you would post on your IG. Could be a few stories or just one video. People get more intrigued when they see you opening and eating fruit. Blah 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 blah. It's a beautiful thing when we do. I'm going to get. If you go on IG, you can go at Shaka Bars. All right, CHAKABARS. All right, Shaka Bars. All right. Soleil, if you're watching this, could you please give me the website once again? All right, give me the website once again. All right, let's dive into this particular subject. We're talking about the Caucasian Panthers, and what I need you to do right now, I want everybody to go over to the article that I'm reading from. Just go and put in Caucasian Panthers. Meet the Rednecks Armed, Ready, and Bout That Anti-Racist Life by Michael Harriot. All right, you can Google it right now. All right. Shout out to Hadi. How you doing, niece? What's good with you? All right. Caucasian Panthers. All right. Members of the John Brown Gun Club. Now, if you don't know who John Brown is, can we put John Brown in your search engine right now so we can keep up and we can figure these things out. It's very simple. It's not hard. All right. Question now is, who is John Brown? All right. Members of the John Brown Gun Club in Redneck Revolt protest outside the Phoenix Convention Center on August 22nd, 2017 in Phoenix. All right. So it's on December 2nd, 1969. Law enforcement officers raided a home at 2337 Monroe Street in Chicago. First, they killed Mark Clark, who sat by the door with a shotgun. Then they trained their gunfire on the south bedroom and opened fire. When cops stopped firing, they pulled the 21-year-old chairman of the Illinois Black Panther Party out of the bullet-riddled room. After the officers noticed that he was still alive, they pumped 2 more bullets in him at point-blank range into the center of Fred Hampton Sr.'s forehead. This is the assassination of Fred Hampton Sr. All right? Some people say that the raid and assassination of the of one of the Black Panther Party's biggest stars was a retaliation for the police shootout that happened days earlier in Hampton's absence. So if he wasn't there, then why are you targeting the brother? All right. Others attributed to the ruthlessness of the Chicago machine to keep power at all costs. But there are others who point to the stated goal of J. Edgar Hoover's counterintelligence program. All right. Who is John Brown and who is J. Edgar Hoover? All right. Who is J. Edgar Hoover? What is the COINTELPRO, the counterintelligence program? All right. Come on now. Let's talk. All right. Who is J. Edgar Hoover? What is the counterintelligence program? Who is Fred Hampton Sr.? Who is Mark Clark? All right. Who is John Brown? These are the people's names that we should know. I know you know Seven. I know you know Sunshine Daniels. Assalamu alaikum, Seven. All right. So the Black Panther raid and the death of Fred Hampton, with sunrise more than an hour away, 8 police officers from the Cook County State's police department went in and riddled the place with bullets. Despite Martin Luther King Jr.'s protest, the March on Washington and activism, King was assassinated only when he reached beyond race and began talking about class and economics with his Poor People's Campaign. So, as violent as they say Mark Clark and Fred Hampton Sr. was, they turned around and did the same exact thing by putting a bullet in the jaw and in the neck of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So somebody's doing some serious lying, because this man was about the Poor People's Campaign. This man was about nonviolence. Then why put a bullet in his face or his neck? All right. Then Malcolm X was gunned down after he talked about including whites in the freedom movement. Wow. I don't know if that's the reason, but I'm just saying. All right. 6 months before his death, the charismatic Hampton and his Black Panther Party joined a group of organized the Conference for the United Front Against Fascism. All right. What is fascism? Can some of the good white people that are on here please explain to me what fascism is? We need to know. Yeah, need to know. That was a Freudian slip, man. What is fascism? According to the conglomerate, the Rainbow Coalition, the group included Puerto Rican young lords and a group of Southern transplants who fashioned themselves after the Black Panthers. They had an 11-point plan similar to the Panthers. They favored armed resistance. There was one major difference about members of this group, which called itself Young Patriots Organization. They were all white. I'm going to let y'all marinate on that for a minute. They had an 11-point program. They laid it out similar to the Black Panther Party's 10-point program, which the Black Panther Party got their 10-point program from the Nation of Islam's 10-point program on the back of the Muhammad Speaks newspaper. All right? Facts. All right? Who is this white panther called John Sinclair? Can anybody tell me? John Sinclair. John Sinclair. Come on now. Help me out. It says there was one major difference about the members of this particular group, which called itself the Young Patriots Organization. Look up the Young Patriots Organization. Who are the Young Patriots Organization? Who are they? Who was the leader? How did they get started? This is some information that we should have. We should know, right or wrong. You have to find a way to show working folks and that anti-racism is within the self-interest of the working class white people. And you have to do that with a culture. This is Zach Henson, Let's look up to see who Zach Henson is. All right? And these are white people. Well-to-do, good white people. With allowances and trust funds and graduating college. All right? Radical as hell. The Caucasian Panthers. Rednecks Armed and Ready. And About That Life. All right? Now, I know what some of y'all thinking. Griff, why are you going over a subject like this? You don't think that there's white people out there that you can align yourself with and that are allies that you can look up with? Help me out. I'm going to wait on y'all's feedback. You think everybody that's going to be in this struggle for freedom, justice, and equality to rid ourselves of racism, white supremacy, and to replace it with a system of justice are all going to be black or brown? No, I think not. I first met Zach Henson a few years ago where we were both invited to a forum in Birmingham, Alabama. Now, not me. I never met Zach. I'm reading an article. Go back to the article. I don't want y'all to get confused. The article is called The Caucasian Panthers. Meet the rednecks that are armed, ready, and about that anti-racist life. All right. Now, I first met Zach Henson a few years ago when we were both invited to a forum in Birmingham, Alabama, to talk about economic development. He was an unkempt. He had an unkempt beard and talks with a southern accent as thick as Cairo syrup. I don't even know what Cairo syrup is. You ever eat? No, not me either. Maybe that's a white syrup thing. I don't know. I'm just checking. Just asking. All right. He looks like a redneck. What is a redneck? Can anybody help me define what a redneck is? From my knowledge on what a redneck is, and can correct me if I'm wrong, a redneck is a working class white man or woman who's out in the sun all day, but because of that, ended up with a red neck. But deeper than that, to identify who these people are, they wore a red handkerchief around their necks to identify who they are. The handkerchief that they wore was to keep the sun beaming down off of their necks. All right, so they end up being rednecks. All right. Now, if you got a different history that y'all like to educate Professor Griff on, I'd love to hear it. All right, I'm going on not J.A. Rogers, but Dick Gregory and a few other people put some information out. All right, you're right. Redneck is the working class and also old coal miners. They were the working class white people. All right, now. He looks like a redneck and he sounds like a redneck. I figured that I would be the lone voice railing against the gentrification of one of the blackest cities in America until he spoke up. It turns out that Henson is a redneck. It is also turns out that Henson is also a USC Berkeley educated economist and scholar with a PhD in environmental science, policy and management, and heads a cooperative new school for urban studies and environmental justice. Damn. All right. Henson doesn't consider the term redneck a pejorative and defines a redneck as simply a white working class southerner. All right. He has been working for years to separate redneck culture from its neo-Confederate racist past and redefine it according to its working class roots. All right. Right now, if you are black and you're watching this, should you now put up your dukes, your guards, your defenses, or should you applaud this? If someone wants to accept their own and be themselves and align themselves with other black people to tackle and confront causes that concern the human family, I think that's a wise move. If you're a smart military man, all right, if you're thinking for all of us and not just your little group, then I'd say, okay, that sounds like some deeper military science. All right? Okay. So here we're talking about a gentleman who's a UC Berkeley educated economist and scholar with a PhD in environmental science, policy, and management, and heads a cooperative new school for urban studies and urban and environmental justice. Pardon me. Henson doesn't consider the term redneck a pejorative and defines a redneck simply as a white working class Southerner. He has been working for years to separate redneck culture from its neo-Confederate racist past and redefine according to his working class roots. The only culture that white people and upper middle class white people have is whiteness. What do y'all think about that? The only culture that white people and upper middle class white people have is whiteness, Henson explains. Let me stop here and press the pause button. I want to thank my wife Soleil for this particular subject. Thank you very much. She got it from a friend of ours, Khalid El Hakim, who runs the Black History 101 Mobile Museum. It's up on his Facebook page. When a lot of times I keep the sound down, so when I'm starting to see white people with guns and their fists in the air, of course I had to turn it down, then the volume up and everything else up. But I'm like, hold on, press the pause button. Let me read that. Then I went to do the research, and I ran across John Sinclair, the White Panther, the legacy of John Sinclair. All right, can we put that name in the chat here? John Sinclair, the White Panther. So Henson explains, to fit in that class, you must strip yourself of everything else. All right? The only culture white people and upper middle class white people have is whiteness. If you can give us some education and enlighten us on other white people's culture, can y'all do that right now while we taking this little pause real quick? Can y'all help us out? Because Henson explains, to fit in that class, you must strip yourself of everything else in order to fit into the culture of whiteness. All right? What other culture? What else are white people bringing to the table? All right? I love the responses. I love what I'm reading because I'm the facilitator of the conversation. I can't take the pro side or the other side. I'm just saying I'm throwing the information out. Some of y'all would loke up with some of these white cats that call themselves the white Caucasian Panthers, all right, in order to get some things done in the hood. I'm not sure. That's up to you to decide. Now, I can't decide it for you, all right? How many of y'all got white friends that y'all don't mind borrowing their car or borrowing some money from? All right? Now, how many of y'all are dating white people? How many of y'all are married to white people? So why is this conversation so far to the left from what I'm reading from y'all? And I'm not saying that everybody on here is black, because I know it's not. There's some white people on here. There's some Latinos on here. There's some Asian people on here. There's some agents on here. There's some government people on here. There's some bootlicking Negroes on here. There's some nigresses on here. I'm just saying. I'm facilitating the conversation. Don't get mad at me. I'm just delivering the mail. You understand? You mad at the blue uniform? Don't get mad at the person delivering the mail. Hell. To fit into this working class, you must strip yourself of everything. What I would like to do is snow white working class whites that neo-Confederate bullshit is a broken ideology. This is his words, not mine. All right? A lot of activism and anti-racism is all about white people giving up their privilege in regards to white supremacy. Thank you. I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm going to say it again. A lot of the activism in anti-racism is all about white people giving up their privilege in regards to white supremacy. I believe that will never work with the working class whites. All right? They have too much to protect. All right? As long as you don't love yourself and come together, the working class whites especially they're not the working class whites. I'd probably say it's the ones that are above them. All right, upper middle class, well-to-do, rich white men with privilege and power are safe. All right, we ain't talking about the average white dude now. You understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about the average white dude because they don't. Half of them don't know a damn thing. They won't fit into this because they need a damn knowledge of their white self. All right, so most of them don't know. All right, some of them are dumber than a doorknob, parked on dumb, stuck on stupid. You understand what I'm saying? So no, not them. All right, I ain't talking about the straw hat, overall, missing teeth, snuff, chewing tobacco one, spitting snuff out his mouth with the overalls on, barefooted in the backwoods of Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. I ain't talking about him. All right, the one dating his little sister. I ain't talking about him. The one that got a pet pig named. I'm not talking about him. You killing me, dude. I'm not talking about dude. All right, he got a lot to learn. You have to find a way to show working folks that anti-racism within itself, self-interest of working class white people. It's in the self-interest of working class white people. You have to now, if you're white, work against the racists, all right, and the racist agenda and the system of racism, white supremacy, all right. You have to find a way to show working folks that anti-racism is within their self-interest of the working class white people. And you have to do that with a culture. All right? What is the culture that white people have? What is the methodology that white people have that will unravel racism, white supremacy? What is the doctrine? What is the teaching? What are some of the identifiers? Who are some of the people we can point to other than John Brown? William Cooper. Jane Elliott. Tim Wise. Who else? Come on now. Tex Mars. Jordan Maxwell. Michael Tessarian. Who else? David Icke. Thank you. Master Mac Mind. Thank you, bro. So, do we have a right? Somebody said Alex Jones. What do y'all think about that? Woo, there was a lot of them back in the 60s. John Todd. John Lennon was doing some exposing. There's a few people. Huh? Myron Fagan. Tim Bradley, the Iceman Inheritance. All right. Someone said Noam Chomsky. Some Mark Griffin said not Alex Jones. Okay. All right. Let racism become a disease. I'm going to say that again. Let racism become a disease. He said at the 1969 conference. I'm talking to the white brothers and sisters because I know what it's done. I know what it's done to me. I know what it's done to the people every day. It's got to stop. And we're doing it. George Carlin. All right. Paulie, I don't think it's about trusting them because we're not asking them to come over and lead and join black organizations. We're talking about having allies in this case. All right. So, Paulie, let me talk to you for a second. You stealing Boy Scout cookies, right? Because you trying to get that bag. But now you got a white friend, Paulie, because I don't even know if you white or black, Mr. Fields. I'm just saying. But you got a white friend. As a matter of fact, let's flip the script. Paulie, let's just say you white. And you got a black friend, all right, that his mama is on the deacon board at the goddamn church, and they got 100,000 followers coming in and out of the church. And you know you can dump off these cookies at one stop. You ain't gonna loke up with your black friend, Paulie, to get rid of them goddamn cookies so you can go to hell home and watch the Andy Griffin show and shit? If you're white, I'm just saying. Help me out, Paulie. You damn right. Do you remember the skit with Eddie Murphy dressing up as a white guy to get a bank loan? Y'all don't remember that? Sonny, you remember that? Come on, man. Come on, yo. We got to be smart, man. We got to work smarter instead of working harder. You understand what I'm saying? Some of y'all come in with your black power fist up too motherfucking early. Y'all need to chill, shit. Y'all need to assess the situation first. All right, Mark Griffin, Father Flager. Okay. Since we calling the roll. Yeah. You got to think, man. Because there's some people that would like to loke up with you. Now, let me ask y'all something. And I'm pulling the cover off of some people. When Harriet Tubman was doing her thing with the Underground Railroad, first of all, let me ask y'all something. Y'all know Harriet, right? How many trips did she take from the south to the north and back? Answer that question for me before I move on. Come on, y'all. Come on. How many trips? Somebody give me an answer. That's right, Hassan Burton. Lift every voice and sing, and lift every fist and swing. How many trips? Come on. Bryce, Lolita, y'all just guessing. Y'all pulling up things out from under your underarm. Do some research, y'all. Come on. Stop giving me the first answers that come off the top of your head. Eddie Murphy on the Saturday Night Live skit. 27 or 102. Thank you. Oz, you said 19? Thank you. 19 would be the correct answer. Now, do you think every place that Harriet Tubman stopped, all right, was black people that own those cabins? Black people that own those houses? Black people that was hiding them? Come on, y'all. Stop playing. Stop playing. No, it was white people. I was up in Pennsylvania and other places in America, especially Pennsylvania, where the what's the name of the people, man? The Amish. Where the Amish and what's the other people, man? The Amish was actually hiding runaway slaves. They built fake walls and fake floors to hide the runaway slaves, at the risk of getting murdered. All right? The Quakers, I'm sorry, you're right. The Quakers, not the Amish. The Quakers. So I'm up in Pennsylvania and I'm like going through the history, and the white dude is taking us through the houses, and he was showing me the fake floors and the fake walls and the trap doors and all this other stuff. I'm like, wow. Wow. He said the Amish and the Quakers. Okay. All right. So no, you can't condemn all white people like that. So stop playing. Let's just be smart. Now I know what some of y'all gonna say. Oh man, Professor Griff married so late, he getting soft. I heard it recently, so y'all need to stop. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that because I'm trying to catch up with it. Okay, back to the article. Modeled after the Black Panther Party, all right, the YPO, which is the Young Patriots Organization, adopted the Panthers' ideas into a platform. It used an 11-point program, and you can get the PDF from this 16. You can get the PDF, all right, of the 11-point program of the Young Patriots Organization. All right. Similar to the Panther Party's 10-point program. It opened a free clinic like the Panthers. The YPO, raided by the pigs, which is, I didn't call them pigs. That's what they called them back in the day. They called the police the pigs. Why they call them the pigs? You don't know why they call the police officers the pigs? Okay. Well, why do they call them cops? Did anybody know that? Can somebody help me out? COPS stands for what? What does COP stand for? Thank you, Shane. Constables on patrol. Not citizens on patrol, constable on patrol. All right. Thank you, Mark Griffin. Really appreciate you. Today, the Young Patriots Organization is looking to build on the legacy interrupted by the death of Fred Hampton Sr. It embraces the term redneck as a cultural term and wants to build a movement that fights racism. The same way as the Black Panthers is modeled itself after almost 5 decades ago. Hi, Thurman. Can y'all look this individual up? Because I don't know who this is. Hi, H-Y. This is the person's first name. His last name is Thurman. All right. An original member of the YPO is looking to resurrect the organization, they say, racism is a demon that had to be driven out and slain if we are going to have unity with other groups and to believe that all people have the right to self-determination and freedom. Thank you very much. We had to change. To make life tolerable, for life to have some sort of meaning. All right, they wanted to have life have some sort of meaning. All right, in order for the life to have some kind of meaning, they had to redirect their energy, and they couldn't keep directing their energy at hating black people. All right. All right. Henson, Thurman, and the YPO chapters across the country are using their history with the Panthers to fight racism, class warfare, and oppression on all fronts. And they are rounding up unafraid rednecks willing to fight the power structure in any way possible. They're going to get a lot of recruits. You know why? Because I see a lot of white people marrying a lot of black people and vice versa. I saw thousands of Nazis, and every one of them had the same expression on their face. They look like a 10-year-old boy who enjoys terrorizing things weaker than itself. Sean from the Redneck Revolt. All right. Perhaps the best known of the anti-racist redneck organization is Redneck Revolt. Let's look that up. What is Redneck Revolt? Contrary to popular belief, Redneck Revolt is not the same as the newly labeled, all-encompassing leftist boogeyman everyone calls Antifa. So Redneck Revolt is not Antifa. What is Antifa? A-N-T-I-F-A. What is Antifa? While they are decidedly anti-fascist, those who adhere to the precepts of the Antifa consider themselves to be antichrist or anarchists, pardon me. While Redneck Revolt embraces organizing. Since its founding in 2016, it has organized dozens of branches in 16 states around the country, describing itself as a national network of community defense projects from a broad spread of political, religious, and cultural backgrounds. So a broad spread of political, religious, and cultural backgrounds. It is a pro-worker, anti-racist organization that focuses on working class liberation from the oppressive system which dominates our lives. And they are, according to this map that's in front of me, are all over the goddamn place. I don't see them in Arkansas, though. I don't see them in Idaho. I don't see them in Utah, North Dakota, South Dakota. I don't see them in Nevada. Very few are in Portland, in Oregon rather. Very few are in Washington. All right? Antifa also seeks to destroy fascism by any means necessary, including violence. Redneck Revolt's mission is to protect its members and others. Redneck Revolt is not looking for a fight. Redneck Revolt is not looking for a fight, but it is willing to fight. The organizers say they strongly believe in community defense, and their principles are as stated. We are not pacifists. Redneck Revolts believe in using any and all means at our disposal to gain our freedom and true liberty, provided that those methods do not violate our basic humanity and integrity. All right? We believe in the inherent right of every individual and community to defend itself from those who exploit or oppress them. Let me tell you something. This shit hit the fan, it's going to be on and popping. We believe in empowering each other to participate in the defense of our communities with knowledge and equipment to do so. It is our duty and obligation to defend our families and communities by all means from those who profit from our misery and destruction. Wow. Or call for violence against any of us for our race, gender, religion, country of birth, or cultural background. Redneck Revolt calls itself Above Ground Militant Formation. An above ground militant formation. And one of its defining principles explicitly states, we stand against white supremacy. Should I say that again? Or did y'all get that? Or did I stutter? They said they stand against white supremacy. Which it is defined as a system of violence and power that ensures that political, economic, and social power is within from the people who aren't white. The organization does not back away from the truth about white supremacy, explaining that the white working class people have all benefited to a certain extent from the system of racism, white supremacy that exists within the United States. It goes on to explain how adhering to such a system harms whites as much as it does. It goes on to explain how adhering to such a system harms whites as much as it does whites. Woo! He said it sounds like a difficult sell, but it's not. All right? Redneck Revolt considers itself to be opposite of the right-wing groups like Oath Keepers and the 3%. Now, can y'all do me a favor, please? Stop putting up... I can't say y'all stop putting things up, but I'm just saying. Let's think twice now. What I need y'all to do right now is Google the Oath Keepers. Who are they? And then not the 5%ers, but Google the 3%ers. Who are the 3%ers? I'm going to get some water while y'all do that. Who are the 3%ers? Not the 5%ers. Who are the 3%ers? So here's a message from one white group to the next. All right? The Redneck Revolt said to the Oath Keepers and the 3%ers members who protected Nazis saluting fascists today in Berkeley. We don't think that's why you actually join these formations. The websites for the Oath Keepers and the 3% is militias talk about liberty and freedom and protecting all Americans from despotic tyranny. Yet, your members spent the day protecting actual Nazis and fascists. Many of your grandfathers gave their lives to never have these people openly recruit and growing their movements ever. Woo. Redneck Revolt has filled its ranks with members like Russ from the New Orleans chapter, who described how he grew up poor in a trailer on the edge of the rural southern town, explaining that no one in his family, including himself, attended college. He is the prototypical southern redneck, except he doesn't adhere to white supremacy. If you feel like you've benefited something from this particular talk today, all right, and you want to support Professor Griff and the Sirius Mindz family here on Sirius Mindz, whatever donation you could do is fine with me. All right, get the Cash App, $ Professor Griff, or go to www.paypal.me/Professor Griff Corporation. All right, let's move forward. All right, explaining that no one in his family, including himself, attended college. He said, I used to hold every reactionary right-wing views, Russ recounted. I've learned over the years that there are a lot of similar correlations between growing up in the trailer park and growing up in poor urban areas like the hood. Saying that he probably had more in common with black people in the hood than he had with any right-wing organization that still called black people niggas. All right? If you're just signing on or tuning in, the article that we're reading from is simply entitled, "The Caucasian Panthers Meet the Rednecks Armed, Ready, and Bout That Life," and About That Anti-Racist Life. All right? Anyway, he says, I've seen firsthand how the white working class has been manipulated by the right-wing Republican capitalist class to be the foot soldiers of racism, white supremacy. So we do have racism, white supremacy operating in the Republican and Democratic Party, who got their foot on other white people and use them as the foot soldiers. But what if the foot soldiers start loking up with black people and other organizations like Redneck Revolt, and they got together? Then who would be in trouble? Thanks, 16. Thanks, Shane, for being on top of this. All right? I've seen firsthand how the working class has been manipulated by the right wing. And that's true. All right? It says it has white supremacy and urban progressive bougie liberal Democrats have written us off and left us out in the cold. It is time for that to stop, and our group actively combats those trends. Who are the white bourgeois, the black bourgeois bougie Negroes that he's talking about? What's the woman's name, man? That she has a show now. She works Martin. Candace Owens. Candace Owens reminds me of a used tampon or a used condom. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm just saying, because she's definitely being used by someone. H. Lecture 4, Lector 426. Give thanks, man. We appreciate you. All right. Tina, what's good with you, sis? We're talking about Caucasian white Panthers. All right. And they claim they're about that life. All right, the Caucasian Panthers meet the rednecks armed, ready, and about that anti-racist life. All right. So if the conversation might come up around those pro-black people and pro-black organizations, what do you do with family members who are white, friends that are white? You understand what I'm saying? If the stuff pop off, is it going to be an ideology kind of loking up? Is it going to be a color thing? It's going to be chaos. We got to determine that. All right, you got to determine that what you're gonna do. All right, of course, we all got to decide one day soon. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in Texas, everyone that showed up at the Shape Center for myself and Red Pill. Shout out to Blue Pill. All right. Oh, you said Bryce Clemens. I heard Hassan Burton said Stacey Dash. Wow. Candace Owens, Stacey Dash. Yeah. You right, Paulie. The Caucasian Panthers sound like they for real. Alright. LaShawn Thomas, thank you very much. Really appreciate you, man. LaShawn Thomas said, I got 5 on it. Alright. Really appreciate it, man. Alright. So I'm out tomorrow on my way to the DMV area. I gotta do this thing. Can you put that flyer up? What I'm doing this weekend and on Saturday, I'm gonna be doing this show live from the hotel room somewhere or out and about wherever I'm at, and y'all gotta catch it live. All right, Freestyle Fridays tomorrow. All right, if you got any subjects that you want me to cover on the Freestyle Fridays, hit me up at siriusmindzinfo@gmail.com. Text me at 678-557-2919. Can we do that? Alright. LaShawn Thomas is going to text you a site where you might like to have a channel on his black-owned network. Send me the information. I'm not opposed to that. Alright. Okay. Oh, no. Thank you, Miss Green. Really appreciate that. Thank everyone on the gram. Thank everyone on the book. But we need y'all to come over to YouTube. Alright? Johnny Taylor on deck as usual. Listen, brothers and sisters. Sirius Mindz family. The reason why we put the links up, we give the books up or out. Shane puts up the information because this is about an exchange of information. We want y'all to get the information. Alright? If by chance Professor Griff can't do this show no more, all right, or somebody else got to step up, all right, like Brandell or Johnny Taylor or 16 or somebody else, all right, y'all have a skeleton and a framework on how this should be ran, all right? So it's not about Professor Griff. This ain't no worship me kind of show. You understand what I'm saying? This has to move on without me, all right? And I'm serious about that. And this is the framework and how it should be ran. All right, we got to give the information out. We got to raise the vibrational pitch of the people's thinking, the human family, not only black people. I'm going to say that again, not only black people. We got to raise, because we're responsible for everyone else. We got to raise the vibrational pitch of our thinking, the human family, to rise above this ignorance, man. You understand what I'm saying? We have to replace racism, white supremacy with a system of justice. All right? All right. Thank you, 16, for moderating. Thanks to the Sirius Mindz family for showing up and showing the hell out. Thanks, Shane, for being on deck behind the scenes, doing what he do. I love y'all to life. This is Professor Griff, Sirius Mindz, for Sirius Mindz. Seriously, I'm out. I'm gonna see y'all I'll see y'all Freestyle Fridays tomorrow. All right. All right. We're going to have Shane take us out here with Soleil's video, Under the Veil. All right, make sure you'll go to Soleil's channel on YouTube. Make sure you'll go to DistroKid and purchase Soleil's song. All right? If there's 22,000 people on here and 5% of the people went on here and bought Soleil's song, we good money, right? Let's make that happen. Let's support one another, y'all. It's on DistroKid. All right, go to Soleil's IG page, all right? Or go to her website, IamSoleil.com. All right. Shout out to everyone that participated in mic check 1212. All right, it's Professor Griff, man. I'm Audi 5. Jeez. All right, revolution is not an event; it's a process. No, you can play the outro. No. Just the video. We got to change the music in that outro. Just the video. All right, everybody on the gram and on the book. Peace, man. We're getting that album together. Yo, there's a couple of joints that we got cooking. Yeah. All right. All right.
Under the veil of what people call beautiful lives a broken and empty soul. There's a whole lot of pretty faces all around the world, but that's only the physical. You'll never truly know if someone's beautiful until you look under the veil.
Under the veil is tales, lies, and secrets. Into the heart and pales dies you're seeking. But what you thinking is veil, blind and bleak when it's your mind and your soul that needs to be deep in. See beauty skin deep. You're a shallow pond. There's an ocean of wisdom you need to paddle on. Take a dive in. Many jewels there. Your only interest is surface shit and fool's fare. You're a goddess. Take your rightful place. Tear the railing and stare a bitch right in the face. Divine feminine. Can't be suppressed. Shakti is the energy that we manifest. Queens rule here. We the Debbie tribe. Take a hit of this tantra and feel the Kali vibe. Peel away the cloak. Scrape away the scales and see the truth of what lies behind all the fallen veils. Trying to be, cause the yachtman is blanketed like a canopy. Antithetical, saying that you real when your identity lies in all that you don't reveal. Third eye blind, eyes to contact, so you can open the lotus up like a compact. Become an offering, something more to give than the physical body that can't forever live. Rooted in passion, before the right cause. Spiritual wisdom and knowledge that make you have pause. Then let it transmute, metamorphosize. See the truth of awakening right before your eyes. If it's perception, the real magic. For you to miss all this glory, it would be tragic. So get to tearing the veil as if it was fabric, and find yourself on the path, walking the labyrinth. Something more to give than the physical body. They can't